Hello everyone, my name is Vishwesh Chandra. I am a student of Faculty of Engineering and Technology, Lucknow University in Civil Engineering Department, and today I am going to deliver my topic Watershed Management. These are the contents: current scenario, watershed, types of watershed based on size, principle, objective, steps involved in watershed management, types of watershed management based on use, factor affecting watershed management, case study of Karnataka Watershed Development Project, and conclusion. Current scenario: total geographical land in India is about 328 million hectares, in which about 53.5% land is degraded due to soil erosion, and 21% food production increase every year due to increased population, and world's 80% agriculture is rain-fed, which fulfill the 60% global food demand. Problems in watershed: degradation and depletion of resources, deforestation, desertification, soil erosion, falling water table, drastic reduction in biomass, depletion water resources, loss of productive soil, reduced carrying capacity of stream, extinction in flora and fauna. What is watershed? Watershed is a geohydrological unit, which means groundwater and its physical and chemical interaction with environment, and a particular area in which a common set of streams or rivers all drain in a single point is known as watershed. Next slide is Watershed Atlas of India. In India there is 6 river resources region and 35 basins, 112 catchments, 500 sub-catchment, 3237 watershed as per the All India Soil and Land Use Survey. Types of watershed based on size. They are classified in 6 categories: micro watershed, small watershed, mini watershed, sub watershed, macro watershed, and river basin. Watershed management. Watershed management is a sum of all the actions taken to preserve and maintain watershed. And in other words, we can say that watershed management include all the measurements that can take to protect, manage, and conserve water and related land resources within the watershed boundary. Principles of watershed management: utilizing land based on its capacity, protecting top fertile layer of soil, minimizing setting up of tank, reservoir, and lower fertile land, protecting vegetative cover throughout the year, safe diversion of gully and construction of check dam for increasing groundwater recharge, and last one is water harvesting for supplemental irrigation. Objectives of watershed management: recognition of the watershed, adequate water supply for domestic, agriculture, and industrial needs, elimination of organic, inorganic, and soil pollution, to protect and enhance the water resources which is originated in watershed, and to increase the infiltration of the rainwater. Steps of watershed management. First step is recognition phase, in which first we find out the problem and analyze the cause due to which problem is produced. Second step is restoration phase, in which we find the best solution for the problem and implement the solution. And third step is protection phase. In this, it is a normal functioning and protection against all factors which may cause the detrimental effect to watershed conditions. And last step is improvement phase. It employs over existing projects. And now, types of watershed management based on its use. Grassland development. It prevents the soil erosion, control climate, enhance water quality and soil quality. And another one is gully plug. It is a small temporary or permanent dam constructed also across the drainage ditch. It is also known as a check dam if It is a permanent structure. It lowers the flow of water and give more time to consume moisture by the soil. Next one is tree plantation. Tree intercept rainfall into their canopy and reduce the amount of water reaches to ground, and also reduce the runoff. And next one is contour bedding. Contour bedding is basically a stone or earth wall built across a slab along contour to act as a barrier to runoff. And next is land leveling. It is used in a surface irrigation like basin or furrow irrigation, where uniform irrigation is required. Uniform water distribution is required. Lift irrigation. Lift irrigation is used in very specified area. It is very costly method. Another one is micro catchment for sloping land. It is used when a ground slope is less than 5%. A special controlled area with slope and berm designed to capture runoff and concentrate into a plant basin. Another one is percolation pond. It is a multi-purpose conservative structure which first conserve the water for the livestock and also recharge the groundwater. Next one is factors affecting watershed management. Watershed characteristics, shape and size, topography and soil. Climate characteristics, rainfall, amount and intensity of this rainfall. Watershed operations, land use patterns, vegetative cover and its density. Water resources and their capability. Brief various control measures in which vegetative measures and engineering measures are classified. Strip cropping, grassland farming comes under the vegetative measure, and contour bedding, terracing and gully controlling, rock dams etc. comes under the engineering measures. Next is impact of watershed management. First is improve the living condition, substitute groundwater, reduce flood risk and reduce soil erosion also, and recharge the groundwater. Now come to the point, case study. Karnataka Watershed Development Project, it also known as a Sujala project, and as we know, Karnataka is the second driest state in India after the Rajasthan, in which 3/4 of the all farmland is rain-fed, where only 3 to 4 months water is available throughout the year. From the cut down of the forest, the rapid soil erosion is caused due to high rate of use of fertilizer, pesticides, insecticides. Soil fertility is reduced. And Karnataka government's initiatives they taken, gathering data over large area, promoting community participation, use of new technology for problem solutions like remote sensing, GIS mapping, and monitoring and evaluation of implemented projects or existing projects. Now come to the point. These are the initiatives that Karnataka government taken. Check dam construction in Yagir or Tumkur district of Karnataka under the Sujala third project scheme. And this is a water pool constructed under watershed management program in Chikballapur, Karnataka, where water pond is also known as Gokatte. Next is conclusion. Watershed is an essential in day-to-day life. A vast range of activity of everyday life depend upon adequate supplies of water. For example, agriculture, industry, power production, inland transportation, sanitation, and public services. Watershed management provides a means to achieve sustainable land and water management. Poor watershed is main cause of land and water degradation and rural poverty in the world. And these are the references. And in the last, Earth has enough resources to meet people's need, but will never has enough to satisfy people's greed. as said by these words said by the Mahatma Gandhi. And in the last, I can say that save water if you care. Thank you.